Hi there, everyone. Hope you had a nice weekend so far. Um, let's continue. So we are trying to find this red scarf traitor person, and we need to go to the boardwalks since we learned they headed that way. But we have a few more places to interact with still. So let's see
A
here.
melancholic.
No.
Mr. Harry told me what you did. Thank you so much.
Look.
Oh yeah, we helped the detective to see the error of his ways and open up his heart and be kind enough to keep helping her out, looking for her daughter. Okay, so we have a spot here to inspect the boarded up booth. So let's get going.
The boarded up attraction doubles as a haunted house. The broken boards and darkened gaps offer no sign of life. So why are there dirty footprints on the sill? I wait for a lull in the crowd, push away a loose board, and vault inside. Dust and aged wood stifle my every breath, but I don't dare sneeze. I'm not alone. Amidst the shadows, something like a pale arm hangs around a corner.
So we can try and jump them or wait and watch. We are not a confrontational or fighting type, really. So let's wait and observe, shall
I
we?
wait for their move. 30 breaths pass. No movement, not even a twitch. Slowly, I exhale and ankle around the corner. I give the mannequin's arm a pat and continue the search.
So we have a few options here. We can look for anything valuable, rely on other senses, a gumshoe check to look around, dodger check to narrow down search. But these will continue the scene or search the attraction. Let's try and look for anything valuable with a strategic check. We passed. Nice one. 21 XP
I
gained.
give the crates of knickknacks a cursory look. The interiors are filled with old junk, except for an old souvenir cup. Someone probably didn't realize how much collectors would pay for a bit of nostalgia.
What do we have here? So this will let us re-roll a failed grease monkey check. Useful. And here are some crates of components worth $30. Nice. And what's this? A notebook. Rerolled failed smooth talker checks. I would have wished for some knuckles to reroll. I can't remember, is it enforcer checks or daredevil checks? We used up those, I believe, in the previous episode, but we can always buy more, I think. Let's grab this one. Yeah, some nice pinch there. Rely on other senses to look around. A critical success. What does that mean? We gain 21
It's
XP.
too dark to see more than a hand in front of me, but I've got 4 other senses. I close my eyes and breathe deep. Something faintly pleasant. A spritz of rose perfume that leads to a tarp.
I think that's the first time we have seen a critical success. We have seen critical failures, though, a bunch of them.
I pull back the tarp and find a little hideaway. A bag, a compact mirror, and sheet music rest upon a makeshift mattress. I find the explanation in a half-written note.
Okay.
It's a familiar story scribbled in a shaky hand. Some kid apologizing to Mom for the fight and running away to seek her dream. The final half's a scrawl of raw, angry, sad words blacked out in dark ink. Sounds a lot like a certain missing girl.
Ah. Are we able to inform the mother about the findings?
Mr. Harry told me what you did. Thank you so much.
Look, I didn't do much. All I did was talk to the guy.
Okay. Why are we not able to give her the note and the information? I mean, we might not want to do that because we aren't sure that it's the right person, but can we give it to the private eye? No, he is not interactable. Why is this place interactable still?
The boarded up attraction.
Okay, nothing more to do there. Anything more to do with the carney?
Hello. Interest you in a
Sorry, not here.
Apparently not. Anything more to do with the King of the Carnies?
Good luck, Miss Snoop.
Apparently not. Yeah, here's the boardwalks, but let's enter Hell's Gates, shall we?
The devil's arms spread, beckoning us entry into the jaws of hell to witness the fall of creation.
An important question, me mateys. Would you be entering hell in the crew of blind stare? Would you dare?
Enter Hell.
Hell might be on the nose, but what better place for a traitor to hide than with other wretches? I pay a woman wearing horns and go to take the devil up on his offer. The path takes us down, sloping into a slow spiral. Before we enter hell, we pass through paradise. The pastoral garden is pleasant but dull, accompanied by music to saw logs by. Then the imp creeps into the garden and pulls the lever. The fields split open and throw us below. We scream, but no one hears us over cackles and jazz music within the pit. The pit's ablaze, but hell's residents are having the time of their lives. A man downs whiskey while a dame dances with a horned shadow. Tables overflow with waxy food, and tempting sights tease peaks from flapping walls. But something's out of place. What's a mundane room doing in the walls with fool's gold and empires?
Try to follow it or continue and enjoy rest of the ride. So this is a grease monkey check. Let's try it. Nope. No way. But, yeah, we have the reroll item. Let's try this again. And we succeeded. Yes. Gain 21 XP.
The trick isn't to watch the walls, but what's hiding around them. I hear the snick of fishing wires and pulleys and follow them to a rotating mirror. I step through the mirror and into an alcove.
We might find something, and also, to me, XP is way more important than items and money, since the more levels, the more skills, and the higher skill checks we will be able to roll. So,
It's 2/3 closet, 1/3 living space. Modest comforts shunt aside for gizmos, props, and costumes. Worldly posters paper the walls while a packed bag with a one-way ticket sways on a hook.
Okay.
It's signed to Sweetheart. Not a cheap trip either. Would monthly dues be enough to pay for it? I run the numbers as I flip the mirror and return to hell.
Okay. We might have some more things to talk to the King of the Carnies about. Okay.
I follow the path upwards and ascend back to Earth. As I catch my breath, I scan the crowds journeying in and out. No sign of Red Scarf.
No, but we know where Red Scarf went. Oh yeah, and that's the place where we met the quote-unquote wolf, yeah? So,
Good luck, Miss Snoop.
okay. Nothing else to follow up on, eh? We didn't... Okay, whatever. Okay, so let's follow the news about Red Scarf here and enter the boardwalks.
A step off the midway, and the world becomes grayer. Absent of rides, absent of crowds, absent of all light except a lone lamppost. The fog throws a gloomy veil over the boardwalk. The clock tower silently ticks in the distance. 15 minutes until the meet. I let the fog roll over me as I slip behind a wall, waiting for a spot of red.
Okay, let's have a look around. We can look at the beach. What's around here? We have a couple over there. Clock tower. Let's see here, am I missing something? Why are we not inspecting these guys over here anyway? Okay. Wait, what was that? I thought I saw something. Okay, anyway. Hmm.
The clock tower's a silent sentry overseeing the proceedings. I wonder if Red Scarf and their mysterious buyer are hanging on its next toll, too.
Okay, so that interaction disappeared after you exhausted it. It's nice to see that working sometimes. Hmm. Let's look at the
Below the
beach.
railing, waves dance along an artificial strip of sand without a trace of footsteps. Doubt Red Scarf's coming up that way.
Okay, so there's only one thing left. The couples over here.
2 figures. The only red around one of their necks is a smear of lipstick. Their faces go even brighter when they notice me and make a getaway down the walk.
Okay. Ah, disguised girl. Hello there, girlie.
Footsteps approach. Red wool paints a splatter across the white-gray cloud, leaving a crimson trail in her wake. It stops at the bench as she sits and waits. The bells start loud. We sit up, prepared to move, but we're alone. The bells fade and the air grows colder, but the buyer doesn't come.
Pretend to be the buyer. Confront the leak. Or hold out for the buyer. No. I want to learn what's going on here, so let's confront her. Because if we pretend to be the buyer, we might not learn if the leaks have spread any further. So, yes, confront the leak.
I go for the quick, cutting through the fog like a knife in the dark. Red Scarf barely has time for a warbled squeak before my iron's at her back. Shut up and listen. Unless you want me to paint the deck, you're going to tell me exactly what's going on with you and your buyer.
I don't know anything. Don't hurt me, please.
My finger leaps off the trigger. Rosie's vivid green eyes shut tight. A lost girl praying she was anywhere but at the end of my revolver.
Please don't shoot me. I'm a musician. Someone paid me to be here. They said, wear this scarf and sit here at noon, and I needed the money, so I...
Slow down. Easy breaths, all right? Let's move this elsewhere. I hear a click of a gun pressing an icy brand against the center of my back. My throat squeezes, caught in a vice as the muzzle propels me towards the bench.
Uh-oh.
Your work's done, Missy. Best you were on your way.
The girl runs. Faced by an icy, scarred nightmare, I don't blame her. I'm frozen. A half step away from a bullet and a drop into Coney's waters. But the shot never comes. Why aren't I dead? What do you want, creep? If you're looking for Nellie, she's not here.
Oh, our old friend, Mr. Black Hat. Eh?
Oh, the Reinhardt job's in other hands. I wanted to chat. Off the clock. Professional to professional.
That seems like a lot of work just to have a chat with us. But okay.
A chat? You've got a gun on me. The pause is like standing foot over grave, teetering until he yanks me back with the snap of holstered iron. Dufresne takes a spot on the bench. A heartbeat later, he gestures to the open seat.
We will be remaining standing, I think, yeah?
My teeth set on a razor-fine edge, but I don't walk. I stand, face to face, with the scarred-up Black Hat. You set this all up.
You're sharp, aren't you?
So why the underground? Needed another job between terrorizing kids?
You think they're who this is about, smuggler?
Liquid metal flows off his smile. We might not be trading blows behind a windshield, but he's still a monster playing with his food.
Study him is strategic. Why isn't this a gun show? Think through his actions. That's a nearing possibility. Strategic. Cut to the chase. No, let's try this. Study him. Nice. We succeeded. Gained 21 HP.
He's a patchwork of battle scars. From the missing ear tip to the jagged lines, it's clear he's had no shortage of scraps. But there's something more terrifying than bloodlust behind his gaze. Interest. You're here for me.
Looks like you pick things up quick. Saves us both time.
A file comes down on the bench. My heart nearly kicks through my ribs. My name, my history, my darkest deed, all spelled out with a few sheets of paper and Valentine's death photo.
The Underground's nothing special. Another ragtag posse aiming to change the world. Seen a dozen like 'em. Expect I'll see a dozen more. Only thing of note is their connection to you.
Okay.
So you use them to get to me? Why? Dufresne frowns, gloved thumb rolling slow circles along the grain of the bench.
I don't usually encounter someone so often. Made me curious enough to start rooting around.
Giovanna 8-Shot Rondazzo, smuggler, familiar to Astoria Bay and its info broker. Notable work includes the Ruby Hare, the Peacock Gala, and others. The rest, well, best heard from the horse herself.
Threaten to walk off or ask what he gets out of this. Yeah. What do you get out of this?
Looks to me like you've done plenty of homework. What more are you expecting out of me?
Newspapers and third-party testimony only paint half the picture. And if you talk, I'll return the favor.
Fine. Let's talk. You can start with who the hell
Not so fast. Let's talk terms. My past employers and their intentions for Dr. Reinhardt are off the table.
Okay.
If you want answers, you gotta earn them. Question for a question. Oh, and my time's limited, so you best pick wisely.
How many questions do I get? A watcher above sounds off another solemn bell.
Until the next bell. Flip for first question.
All right. Fine. Tails. The coin whistles through the air. It lands a perfect arch in the palm of his hand. Tails. My shoe itches. I might not know what Dufresne's planning, but I've got questions burning holes at the back of my mind, and not enough time to ask them all.
And also, every answer we get to a question might also be a complete lie or part of a lie. So...
The Underground had given me a job. There wasn't a leak, but they'd still expect something. But this was between me and Dufresne. I ask myself, if I leave something unanswered, which one?
Ask Dufresne why he's interested in her being us. Ask Dufresne how he tricked the Underground. Ask Dufresne about getting called off. Ask about the girl in the red scarf. Yeah, there isn't any leak. There might be some cracks, though, that someone would be able to to get into in the organization, but I'm interested. I think he's gonna deflect and tell us lies, basically, but yeah, why are you interested in Gia?
So, why are you so interested in me?
You've been a pebble in my shoe.
Feelings mutual, pal.
Expect we have more than a few in common. You're professional, don't like to lose. And you've got pride, even when saddled with a cause you don't believe in.
Uh-huh. You'd know all about me with your fancy ride and clothes.
I know what it's like to grab the devil's hand to survive.
His glove picks at an exposed sliver, stripping away thin layer after thin layer, flick by flick.
Used to be a barony man. A mistake happened. Got me cut off. Stings, don't it? To lose everything that way.
But you came back from it.
Mostly. I know I'm not getting into heaven. Not all of us can afford wings. Can you?
One question down. Satisfied?
Good enough. So, tell me, what was worth chasing me all the way to Dreamland? He leans forward, arms resting on his thighs, body stretching like a shadow under the turn of the sun.
What were you before you became 8-Shot?
Why would you care?
Lot of stories about 8-Shot. These days, a lot less about Giovanna Randazzo. You used to have a tighter name for yourself, didn't you? And wherever Alfonso Randazzo went, Giovanna Randazzo was sure to follow. Think you were happier a sparrow in a flock than a hawk flying solo?
The answer hurts, pressing on a still healing wound. I can still smell his cologne and the way he'd sweep me into his stories with a wave of his hand.
Always dream big, Principessa. Even when you fail, you still impress. How did she get out will make your name as powerful as how did she do it.
He wanted me to give him a run for his money. Had a pricey bottle set aside for the day I'd strike out on my own. We never got to open it.
Pretend you don't remember or tell the truth. No, I'm more interested to see how he would react, and also that wouldn't give him any information that is dangerous to us. So I think telling the truth here will. I want to get a read on this man.
Yeah. Best damn years of my life. Had more than a good name. I had respect and a good crew. Used to feel like I could take on the whole world.
Must have been nice.
Surprised you'd think that.
There's worse ways to spend your better years. Shame they weren't meant to last.
Are you done?
Your turn.
Yeah. How did you trick the underground?
So you don't have any interest in the underground?
None. So long as they stay out of my way.
All right. Then how the hell did you get into their network? Dufresne's slow smile resembles a beast with a mouse. Proud, assured, and well aware that the claws could come down with the drop of a wrist.
Simply know where to look. Groups like them leave their tracks all over the city, and the underground scares easy. Just needed to control where they'd leap.
Details, man. Details.
Told them I wanted information. Gave them an offer good for 5, and 4 letters. The rest, well, you can imagine.
I could see it as clear as a dart against a bullseye. The underground must have flipped over everything to find the 5th letter. When it didn't turn up, it wouldn't be hard to assume who had it and why they'd need me. Seemed pretty sharp for a hired gun. Might have made a half-decent detective.
Suppose I might have. Always had a knack for tracking things down. People, intel, personal effects. Shame it's too late. People like us don't retire quiet in this line of work.
I take a moment to absorb his answer while I brace for his next volley. So, what's next? If you're looking for dirt on my school days, I never went.
Interested in something more present. Rather hear about the job. Expect you know the one. Word is, you let things get personal. Traded the client's cargo to save a man. Was one man's life worth another?
The Valentine job changed my life. I still think about how it could have been for the better if only I'd made one in a million different choices. I could have picked another route, could have swapped jobs, could have talked to Valentine alone, could have not grabbed Needles' hand.
Tell him it was worth it or tell him it wasn't worth it. I'm not sure. What wasn't worth it? The revenge? Killing the guy? Doing the job? What are we talking about here? I don't quite follow now. Hmm. I might actually reload this because I'm not sure what we are talking about right now. Uh, Tell him it was worth it.
He was my crew. I couldn't leave him.
And that was enough for you. Damn all the rest.
Screw you. You weren't there. I never asked for what happened.
But you know now. Still think you saved him. Knowing you were picking between your sweetheart, your reputation, and your family.
My answer clangs against my teeth. I want to say I made my choice. Instead, I see a pair of pained blue eyes asking why I saved him. Shut it.
Ask Dufresne about getting called off. Yeah, why? We already learned. I'm not interested in this girl. Um, I think we've figured it out. I don't think she lied to us, and even if she did, I'm not that concerned, really. We might learn if you're telling, he might be lying every time, but we might learn something about the situation that Nelly was in and then steamrolled us into this situation that we are in now. So ask Dufresne about getting called off.
You won't tell me who your bosses are, fine. But answer me this. You done chasing Nellie?
Afraid that ain't up to me.
Then why shouldn't I just put a bullet through your head?
Oh, you can try to outdraw me. But it won't be over the doctor. The Reinhardt job wasn't personal. Only reason our paths crossed was because she stuck her nose where she shouldn't have.
Wait, you're talking about her research into the well, right? The thing that's going to save the lowers?
Now, where did you hear such a thing, smuggler?
Still haven't answered my question. Why's fixing the well a problem?
Can't say. I was hired to bring her home, and my pay covers not asking why.
And anything goes, as long as you get paid.
Do you prefer pretty packaging? Something to ease your conscience when you pull iron on an unarmed girl?
Well, to be honest, I didn't know we were going to pull a gun on her. I just wanted to confront her, not pretend to be the buyer, n not waiting for this guy being the real buyer. I wanted to get information. And so, yeah, I wouldn't have chosen that option if the game told us pull the gun on the person and get her to talk. That's not how we are operate. That's not how I'm role playing. So, yeah, that's on the game.
The distant clock hand closes in on the bell. Dufresne breathes slow and calm, deciding where to place his final shot.
Losing the cargo wasn't enough to ruin you. You could have stayed clean. All you had to do was walk. But you loaded that revolver. You fired that final round and never stopped. Not till they were all dead. When it was over, what went through that pretty head of yours?
I feel the shots reverberate from my fingers to my ribs. I'd needed 8 shots for Valentine. By the time I finished with the rest, I'd used enough lead to mold a coffin. All because I couldn't accept a world where Valentine got to live, but Zio didn't.
Tell him how he didn't fix a thing. Tell him how she felt at peace. No. The lesson we learned that revenge ain't the right answer. So yeah, and also yeah, it didn't fix anything. That's also it ended Gia into more hot water and trouble.
Realized it didn't fix a damn thing. I spent a year pulling myself up from the bottom of the barrel. For what? To lose it all to a warmonger with a cannon?
Makes you mad, doesn't it? And how many did your rage put down?
How should I know?
Enough to lose track, then. I've met enough like you. They kill until it becomes instinct. Until every threat deserves a bullet. Keeps going until the day someone puts the bullet in them.
Read behind his words. Another strategic check. Fire back. No. Let's try this. Awesome. 19 XP gained.
His words hit like a rain of icicles, nearly shattering my control. My tongue moves to skewer him back, but I wasn't the only one who'd taken damage. His mouth set in a grim line. Sounds like you're speaking from experience. His fingers begin a slow, meditative roll, matching the beat of the black waters below.
I had a job go south, a long time ago. My then employers needed someone to blame. They lured me out, beat me black and blue, and trussed me up for the underline. Didn't even pay my last fare before they threw me over the edge.
How did you...
Lost some skin, then clung to the rope and dragged myself up. Took days before I saw surface side. Don't remember much after that. Not until they were all dead.
Doesn't sound like it fixed things.
Didn't do anything. Made no difference if I killed them or not. The world didn't stop turning without them in it. Only thing that changed were the faces at the top.
Ask what he thought would happen. Agree with him. Ask why he told you. Yeah. Let's try and get a read on him. Ask why he told you.
Why'd you tell your story to me? We barely know each other. The black hat smiles as easily as drawn steel.
Suppose I just felt like it.
For a moment, the gray world loses its tint of gloom. The smell of salt water, the soft glow of the lamppost, and the chord of shared silence. It makes my shoulders itch. When did I relax my stance? Easier to keep your guard up when you're facing a shadow with a gun. Maybe that's what makes me risk a final question. You might be off the clock, but this is a lot of effort for a chat. What's your deal, Dufresne? I watch his form flicker and change, from monstrous shadow to a man of uneven shoulders, an aimless, bloodshot gaze, and parted lips that have no words. The bell tolls, ending our parley at the quarter hour. The black hat stands, liquid metal streaming back into his posture and step.
I'll be on my way. Best we don't meet again.
Wait, that's it?
No. Got something else for you. This part is advice. Something to chew on. People like us don't change the world, Randazzo. We survive it. Be a shame you had to die because you didn't learn when to walk. And don't try to follow.
You might have heard that. Sorry, I needed to pause the recording just to take a call from my older brother. Anyway, let's continue.
Dufresne steps into the fog's shadow, leaving me with only scraps for answers. None of it explains who his boss is, what their plans are with Nellie's research, or what's got me on edge.
Go after him or let him go? You kind of gave us a little bit of a threat there, telling us that, oh, you don't want to meet me again. So I'm actually gonna go after him to show him that we ain't backing down.
Damn it. Even if he's not the leak, he's got too many answers to leave it at this. I chase after him.
Wait just a damn minute. We weren't finished.
Something sucker punches me upside the head. I drop into the dark abyss. I come up from it slowly, wincing as I take stock. Head throbbing, back laid out against wooden bench slates, my coat draped over me. Curses spit from my snarled lips. I check my gear. Everything in order, except for the coin wrapped up in a note.
Okay.
None taken. I would have done the same.
Okay.
The walls of fog begin to thin. Shrieks of delight and happy foot patters penetrate the silence. I take that as my cue to go. Better let the underground know how things turned out.
The only question we didn't get to ask was about the girl in the scarf, right? But I don't think we would have learned something useful there. So, anything left to do here now?
The boarded up attraction.
Nope. We can't talk to the mother.
A melancholic young woman looks.
And we can't talk to the detective about our findings. Anything else to interact with?
The devil's arms.
Nope.
Good luck, Miss Snoop.
Nope. Okay, so we need to report back, yeah?
My crew's waiting where we last met.
Gia, did you find anything?
I found something, but it's not what the underground thinks it is. I'll tell you on the way.
Ah, right. So, go to Apollo's safe house. Okay.
Apollo said to look for the shop between the golden flowers. I find a sagging shop ringed by a sunflower mural and give it a knock. The door opens. A dim lobby and a young Aether are there to greet me. She ferries me to a cracked door and a pair of muffled voices.
You want to know why you'll pull it off? Because those jumped-up fat cats won't see you coming. Now give yourself some credit. The plan's solid, old sport.
Apollo's contact perks up, soaking up the rays of praise. Apollo Diamond the movie star might draw adoration, but Diamond the leader makes you want to prove yourself.
I won't let you down, sir.
Good. Now chop chop. Those repulsors aren't going to jam themselves.
With a boost from on high, Apollo's contact exits the opposite door like he's ready to take on the world. Only once he's gone does darkness shudder across Apollo's face.
Okay. So nothing really to interact with except for Apollo's safe house here. Okay. So, sadly to say, this is where I need to leave you all for just a little bit. Just a little bit. And yeah, I need to get going. So, see you all in the next episode. Sorry to leave it off on a cliffhanger, but hey, it happens sometimes, right? Take care, everyone. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend. See you later.